Hello out there, and welcome to Convincing Idiots. This week, it is episode 292, and we are going to discuss all kinds of things, including a titan of media who has passed, who has given us so much in the world of pop culture. We're going to discuss the life and times of one Ted Turner, as well as the U.S. Census Bureau has disclosed the most common first names. We're going to discuss that, as well as Rolling Stone's top 500 songs ever made. Not just all 500, but we are going to narrow it down and really key in on the top songs and see if we agree or disagree. And in our final segment, we're going to be choosing some athletes, not necessarily to help us out on the field, court, ice, or any other plane, but rather in a bar fight. We will be choosing our top athletes that we would want to have in our corner in just such an occasion. Without further ado, let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test.
You call it again? Convincing Idiots.
Convincing idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
Kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the sea
Awesome.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Zennial.
Brian Jennings.
And I'm Millennial Nick, and this is Convincing Idiots, a weekly podcast of three friends who represent three different generations. We get together here each and every week to discuss all things nerd and pop culture. So if you have not done so already, please go find us on all your favorite social media accounts. We are on there for your pleasure and your friends, so tell your friends about us as well. You can conveniently find links to all of our social media accounts laid out before you by simply going to our link tree. You may say, handsome Millennial Nick, how? How would I find that link tree? And I would tell you, go to Google, type in Convincing Idiots link tree, LINKTREE, and that will take you right to our link tree, which will take you right to the links to all of our social media accounts, as well as a link to our email address. So perhaps you could send us an email, say we're doing a great job, and hey, maybe talk about this. I like this. You guys should talk about that. That would be cool. You can also find a link to our web store, which is through Teespring, who is fantastic. I'm sorry, it's not. Teespring is not fantastic. That's why we don't use them. We use TeePublic.
I don't even know what
They're
that is.
fantastic. Teespring has a lesser TeePublic. I know they're catching strays right now, but Teespring doesn't deserve our business, nor do they deserve yours. But you know who does?
Unless they're
TeePublic.
going to give us money. Hold on. let's not
You want us to stop
get ahead of
suing
that.
your company? Give us money.
Yeah.
You can go to our TeePublic store, which has incredible products for you. Legitimately, they do. We all have things from TeePublic, and they do a fantastic job. So go check out our merch store there as well. And obviously wherever you want to listen to this podcast each and every week through whichever podcast platform you like to listen through. You can also find that information and even more, like a little bit about the hosts. That would be the three of us, as well as a little bit about how you can help out the show if you feel so inclined. All that information and more, which is directly on our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This is episode 292 of Convincing Idiots. That's right. And to celebrate this momentous 292 occasion, Brian, you are drinking what this evening?
I have a Sam Adams Blackberry Wheat Beer, part of their spring pack. I was having some of that last week. Good, different.
I had
So
the
if you,
what was it? The one with honey. An orange with honey. Is that in that pack?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, I had that at the bar the other day.
Very nice. It's good. It's good. It's a sharper taste to it, but if you like blackberries, you'll enjoy it. So, Dean,
Sweeter
what do you
the
got
fruit, I
tonight?
hear.
Yes, that's right.
I'm going to stick with the Sam Adams vibe, and actually, I got a few that were gifted to me. Some winter ales. I got this winter white ale. And then my second one up here is the winter lager. So, we're going to finish out move winter out of the way, bring in the summer.
There you go.
Nice.
Nick?
I'm fresh off a couple Finney brews at our local sports bar, Finney's here in the Norton area, which is a nice light lager with some lime in it as well. So enjoy that this time of year. And then now that's the wrong glass. Now I am rolling on over to the Ellicottville Blueberry Maple Pancake. And that is, all brewed, all ale brewed with blueberry and natural maple syrup. It is quite delightful.
Words are Nick friends tonight.
They are. Like I said, I had a couple at dinner.
Let's
now
do
we're going
it.
to this. So here we go. Cheers, boys.
Let's go. Cheers.
Anyway,
right.
Brian, tell us about news things.
News
thing.
things. All the news things.
News things.
News things. Idiots tell us news things.
We'll work on it.
That's it.
Off the top of my head. Genius. All
We're
the
going to
top
workshop
of my
it.
head.
We're going to workshop it.
No, it's done. I don't know. It's done. It's beautiful.
Got to recognize Ted Turner, gentlemen. Ted Turner just passed away, aged 87. Quite the entrepreneur.
For sure.
Whereas one of the things he's known for is creating
WCW.
Well, CNN.
Oh yeah,
CNN. He was
Really?
also yes.
I didn't know that.
I learned
that's
that
like
right now.
That's his main thing.
I knew him from TNT.
Yeah,
Turner,
well,
it's the Turner.
That's right.
I did not know
Brothers.
CNN was part of that.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you think
shit.
about that. I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about Ted Turner, and they're right. You think about a guy said, "Listen," you think about that era. At the time, it's your primary news sources were the main networks.
Yeah.
And you have your local news at just half hour, and then your world news could be a half hour, maybe an hour.
Right.
Standards. Yeah, that was good.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
In some ways maybe that's a good thing, but he come on and said, no, I think there's a market for 24-hour news. People will want to see it, they'll want to consume it, and sure enough, that's what happened. And he definitely was setting the tone early on of 24 hours of information, right? So with the cable news network, and then certainly, I mean, you think about everything new, social media, every streaming on demand. You could find something if you want to watch anything 24 hours a day. You have access to it one way or the other, right? So, really quite the innovator. And like you said, you mentioned TNT, Nick. So
TBS.
of course, early on, TBS, right?
Turner
And he said,
classic movies.
I own the Braves. I want to put the Braves on TV. Yep. They're on fucking TBS. That's where they're going to be. That's my network. That's my network. And then, they were. I mean, I don't know if they might still be on that network locally, but
I was gonna say I grew up with a lot of kids in that, like that. I went to like middle school and high school with it. They were Braves fans because that was the team that was I mean, it was not the team, but it was an alternative team that was available to them, and maybe they happened to, see a lot of Braves games, and I knew a lot of Braves fans, growing up. So,
yeah, their city jerseys, by the way, this year, those blue ones that they wear, the ATL on the sleeve is purposeful in the same letters and font like the old TBS logo,
that's cool.
ATL or something like that, to honor,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
to recognize that. And then
That's
TNT,
recognized.
of course, TNT, the NBA was on TNT for several years.
Yep.
Before they moved on to the other networks today. So he was Times Man of the Year in 1991. Of course, married to Jane Fonda for a while, was definitely known for that. He donated out of his own pocket a record $1 billion to create the United Nations Foundation, to encourage others to donate to good causes there. And yeah, just quite the guy. He also created the Cartoon Network, which you may not know that.
Holy shit! Yeah.
He invented, let's see, Cartoon Network, and invented Captain Planet and the Planeteers.
Are you serious? You're just
Yeah.
you'd be
No,
naming
I'm just
like
reading
thing like
stuff.
Ren and Stimpy,
Nope.
fucking like what?
No,
I mean, I like
I'm just reading his stuff on this is on from Variety.com.
Captain
where I'm
Planet.
reading it
No
here.
shit.
So yeah, quite the interesting guy, and he was definitely not afraid to share his opinions of things, right? So yeah, so Dean, I know you're sort of familiar with Ted Turner a little bit, at least. Any thoughts on Ted Turner?
Yeah, Ted Turner was, through my childhood, yes, I was fully aware of CNN and TNT and TBS, all that. But, big part of my childhood was that he bought WCW and put them on, opposing to Monday Night Raw. So he gave, that alternative, like you guys were talking about with the Braves and local networks. He gave the alternative to wrestling fans, and in turn brought one of the greatest generation of professional wrestling for us fans, was having, two, shows on at the same time. So yeah, he was widely known for that. But like you said before, his entrepreneurship, his philanthropy, first and foremost, like how much that guy gave back compared to like how much he had. Like he wasn't, he wasn't hoarding. You know what I mean? Yeah, he probably had his lavish stuff, but he gave back to the world, right? Whatever you might say about news nowadays, 24-hour news nowadays, but he, with doing that, with putting CNN on the air, opened up the world to itself. We got to see wars happen in real time. We got to see national stories. For example, the OJ case, you would have only have seen a clip of.
That's right.
You would only seen a clip of on the evening news the next day.
They had it live. Was it CNN that had it live?
Yeah, CNN had it live. They had that chase and then the trial, like all of that.
Remember that?
So, in a sense, you could say Ted Turner brought the world together.
Sure.
He made it a little smaller. He gave you, your neighbor's backyard 5,000 miles away. He made that possible and kicked open the door for everybody else and all the rest of the news. Some of it probably not the best, but for what he had there, and CNN still going strong. Regardless, again, what you think of it, and all of that brought to you by this incredible man. Did he have his flaws? Yeah, sure, we all do. But I don't know about you guys, but do you know off the top of your head, like you're like, oh, he had this scandal and that scandal? I mean, he was boisterous, he was loud, very opinionated. Why he put news on 24 hours? But all in all, like I was watching last night, we were watching the TV, and CNN had the tributes. Obviously, his network, or was his network, and the tributes, and one of the things they kept showing is him fishing. You know what I mean? Fly fishing out in the wilderness. I think he owned, probably owned multiple homes, but one of his main ones is, I think, Montana.
Okay.
He got the, and like Conan O'Brien would do the famous skit of they'd have a comedian dressed as Ted Turner right in on a buffalo, and the buffalo is clearly on a dolly. They had some guy pulling it, like it was just an obscure skit, but it was fantastic. And he didn't take himself too seriously. I think he actually came on the show, if I'm not mistaken, one time to be part of that bit. No, he was scheduled, but he had other plans.
Yep. It'll be his last appearance. Too
What
bad.
if-
Oh well.
Probably anybody's if they came on.
Mm.
Get canceled. So yeah, generational human being. If you want to if there's anybody that's going to make their mark on human history, I think he did it. So
Yeah. Yep.
Rest in peace, billionaire Ted.
Mm-hmm. Nick, you may not have been too familiar with him. Do you have any thoughts? If you do, or you don't
No,
really
I
didn't
was
really
very
know him until
familiar
you
with
learned
him.
more
Yeah,
today?
I mean, for sure. But I didn't. It's funny. Like I'm now realizing the CNN thing. Cartoon Network, and you said, I'm like, I think I might have known that, but I kind of forgot. Did not know the Captain Planet thing. So it's just wild. As much as I knew so much of him, certainly, growing up a wrestling fan, WCW stuff and TBS and TNT and all that stuff, I absolutely knew who Ted Turner was. But here I am all these years later, still like as far as his reach was on pop culture and on entertainment and as a businessman, like I'm still learning of these epic, insane things that I didn't know about him. So that's just insane. It's truly mind-boggling, and what a fucking life, man. Like what a you talk. I mean,
Right?
as we are a pop culture podcast, and we talk about things across different platforms and different mediums, like this guy had his fingerprints on so much of it. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Pretty amazing career. That's for sure. That is for sure. All right, guys. For the first time in decades, the federal government published data showing the most common first names of the entire population. So in the U.S., that is. So the U.S. Census Bureau took reported names.
Are we going to get to take a guess on this?
We can, yeah. So
Okay.
NBC News calculated how the most used 1,000 first and last names changed from 1990 to 2020. So the data goes back to 2020. The new number one first name, which was up from fifth in 1990. This was in 2020. You want to take a guess at the most popular first name?
My first guess was going to be Ferdinand, but I'm going to go with Hulk
No.
Hogan.
Mine,
No.
No, it's not yours.
the
is
only
it
thing
Nick?
that threw me off was that you said it was number 5 in 1990, and now it's number 1.
It
Did
was
I hear
number
that
one
correctly?
in 2020. And it's a male name. I'll give you a hint there.
And it wasn't. What did you say about 1990 though? It was number 5.
Yes, it was up from fifth in 1990.
Okay.
And
See, I had one
it
in
moved to
mind,
number one.
but I don't think it was 5th in 1990. I was going to say the name Liam. I just feel like is a very popular name right now. And it's a very new, but also not crazy enough. But I don't think Liam would have been. I'm going to go with Gavin.
Is it in fact Finkelstein shit kid?
No, let me give you another hint. It's not necessarily new names. It's just most popular names, period. So it's anybody from any age in the census named
So
these
I
names.
got you.
Okay.
Then Hulk Hogan,
in
I would
reality,
say. Then
in
I
re-
would say
So
Hulk
think of it
Hogan.
that way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, in reality, it's James, right?
Actually, that's very close. That's a good guess. James
Michael.
was third. Michael is number one. There you go.
There we go.
That's it.
Hey, there we go.
That's it. Michael, number 1. John, number 2. James, number 3. Number 4 was David. Number 5, Robert. 6, William. 7, Mary.
And this is in America?
Yes. 8th is, I don't see 8th on here.
And Canada, it's Gord. It's the most
There you go.
popular name.
Well, there you go. There's your top 5. Yeah.
Hello, my name's
Top 2.
Gord.
I don't think any surprises there.
Mm-mm.
I think Nick's nickname should be Gord.
Yeah,
I love the nickname Gord. Many great
I like
gourds.
it. I like it.
I'd like to gourd you.
My gourd could use some attention.
All right, in the world of
Carve it
AI,
out like a
gentlemen.
jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah,
You know,
Sorry,
we
go
didn't do
ahead.
any recommendations, did we? We skipped right over that.
we did skip over that, so we'll
We
pause
don't
there.
have
Do you
to.
want to
Sorry.
recommend anything?
Say,
That's okay.
Hey, what were you
Oh,
gonna?
is it
yeah.
because?
We don't have to
Oh
say.
no, well, yeah, because Nick's really wanted me to recommend Blake Insurance.
I did.
Mm,
I mean, why else would he have interrupted this beautiful segment?
that's fine.
Boys, Blake Insurance Group is an independent agency located in Barberton, Ohio, offering personal care and support for all of your insurance needs. If you need auto, home, business, or life insurance, give Aaron a call. He'll treat you with the honesty and respect and care that you deserve. Call the Blake Insurance Group at 234-571-5359 or find them online at blakeinsurancellc.com for your free 5-minute quote today. And if you saw online, Aaron did post that there is he got the lovely certificate for 10 years in business.
Wow.
Great.
Has it been 10 years? Oh,
Congratulations.
nice.
Congratulations to Aaron Blake and Blake Insurance.
Very good. Very good. If not for the ad reads, he would not have lasted these last 5 years.
In the
Impossible.
toilet. In the toilet. I
That's
mean,
right.
we're holding him up,
Mhm.
on our shoulders.
Yep. Phenomenal. Nominal. Yeah. Just if you're looking to grow if you're looking for a business out there that will extend twice its existence.
Twice. So if you have
Twice.
one person, we'll
Double
get you
this-
half a person.
That's exactly right. Exactly. Look us up on email, contact the show, and we'll probably work you a pretty good deal.
That's right.
But in all
Pretty good
reality,
deal.
again, congratulations, Aaron. 10
Yes.
years is fantastic.
That is amazing.
I have all my home auto. I have all of that through him.
Same.
He's never steered me wrong, and he does a phenomenal job. You need him, he'll
Yep.
be there. So
Yep.
here's
Excellent.
the 10, Aaron.
Cheers. Cheers. I came home
All right.
the other night to a text from one Aaron Blake that we won the draft lottery. I didn't even know. I wasn't even watching. I didn't know the Maple Leafs won the draft lottery until Aaron Blake texted me. I was like, oh my
Well, there you
God.
go.
Felt like a miracle.
See, he's that now. That is customer service right there.
You see? Yep.
He's
You
It's
don't
over
even know
insurance
him
rates
personally.
and Maple
Just
Leafs
as your
updates.
insurance agent, he just
Yeah, he's
out of
just
the blue
really
texts you
he's
this.
really fucking
Yeah.
supportive of you and your
He's on
interests.
top of things.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. It's an optional service.
Yep.
Nick, do you want to recommend anything?
I do, as a matter of fact.
It'd be weird if you didn't.
I
I
would
hope
be
so.
weird.
You
Well,
brought it
because
up.
I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely talking about that. And then we were in the movie, we're talking, and I'm like, fuck, we never even did the thing. That happens often. When we don't do
Okay.
reviews, it's because, like, I would say it's because, but almost every time that happens, I'm like, I actually had something to review. So, this
Let's hear
is reviewing something that we discussed at some length last week. I went to the theater this week, and I saw Michael. And we were talking on the show about it's getting good
The one with John
reviews.
Travolta?
It's getting all these rave reviews. It's doing really well in the box office. We hear this kid does a pretty good job, and fuck that. No, not at all. That kid does a fucking amazing job.
Okay.
Jafar Jackson, who is I believe Jermaine's son.
That's right.
So he is
That's right.
Michael. He is Michael's nephew. I was not aware of that.
Yep.
He is Michael Jackson's nephew, and did he ever? So there are times in that movie where you forget you almost don't realize you're not watching actual footage of him. It's insane. He's got his voice, his mannerisms, everything down. The way he dances and moves, and it is fucking insane. Yeah, so Jafar Jackson did an incredible job as portraying, his uncle Michael. I mean, unbelievable. Incredible fucking movie. Once again, at points that I'm a big Michael Jackson fan anyway, but like there are points that during performances and little things, like you almost feel like, and certainly in a theater, like there were times when they're playing, reenacting live performances where when a song is done, you feel like you should start clapping because you feel like there's a performer in front of you. It was great, and it was an incredible movie. Yeah, they did also attention to detail when they did how he came to write the song "Beat It" and what was going on in the world, and him taking gang members from different,
Yeah.
California gangs, bringing them into a warehouse and talking to them and wanting them to be in his music video. Even the guy, because I mean, I've seen his music videos over and over and over again. Even people in the background, like they had people that looked like notable people as background dancers. It was insane. The guy that played Joe Jackson, his father, was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, if you're unless you're like fucking Michael Jackson, I hate him. Like, I mean, that it's not for you. You don't need to go. It's a great movie, but if you're even remotely a fan, or even a fan of just biopics at all, like fucking go see it. Like it's worth it. It's so good. Like we were blown away. Everybody really really enjoyed it. Strongly
Okay.
recommend. Like I said, everything was just top notch. And like we said, so I kind of, because of our conversation on last week's show, I knew going in that it only is part of the story, and it is. It's childhood up through. It leaves you off at which point he is entering the era of the bad record. So it's after, Thriller, and through that cycle and his life. And then it does quite simply say that it's like, basically, this is, the first act of this, basically. So there will be another film. But yeah, man, just fucking incredible. I mean,
Okay.
the likeness, the storytelling, the everything, the music and the dancing, and fuck yeah, really, really, really good movie.
Yeah, Peyton saw it this past weekend too. She really enjoyed it too. She said,
I have to watch that.
Yeah. Allie and I went to the movies as well. Allie wanted to go see
What did you see?
Project Hail Mary, the
Ooh, how was
Ryan
it?
Gosling. You know what? It's so good. Go see it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's moving out of the
You saw
theater
it?
cycle.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm 3/4 of
you
the way
did?
through it. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you're watching it now. Okay.
I'm watching it. Yeah.
Longer movie. It's like 2.5 hours, but it's mainly 99, 95, 98% of the movie is Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
That's it. It's
And
him
puppet.
interacting with a creature.
puppet. Yeah.
Right. That's but
it's not CGI, which I think is cool. It's
no.
done as it's a puppet, basically, the creature. Yeah.
That's really, really good. I mean, I would be surprised if he's not up for some type of Academy Award for that, just because, again, it's him. It's him interacting with himself and being out. It's a good movie.
Not to
Feel
mention
good story. The
how
whole thing.
heartfelt it is, and it's funny and sad at the same time. Like it really plays off a spectrum of human emotions, like what he's going through.
Yes, definitely worth a watch for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Dean, did you see anything you want to recommend? Or
yeah, I watched the season finale of Daredevil. Born Again. Did you guys catch up on it?
We haven't seen the last episode yet.
Okay, man, it's good. It really, really is really great way to wrap up the season. Looking forward to a season 3, which I think Vincent D'Onofrio said it is his X page that they're going to make season 3. So
good.
But fantastic, great way to advance the character. Hell, of all of them, I think everybody had a great outlook and advancement to going forward. It was very good. Highly recommend that. If obviously if you've been watching the series, if you haven't, it'd be weird to go watch that last episode.
I heard this one's real good.
yeah. I don't know what I'm watching, but he said it was good, so I give it a run. And I'm keeping up with the boys. We got 2 episodes left, and what a great season it is. Did you see the newest one?
I haven't seen this week's yet.
Oh Jesus, man! The final scene is wild. Like I don't know how this ends. I was guessing throughout the beginning of this season, and midway through, you're like,
Is that with Firecracker? With Firecracker, or was last week?
That was last week.
Got it.
This
okay,
week,
so I haven't seen this yet. Okay, okay.
Up until this last part of this last episode, I thought I had an inkling of how this was going to end, because it's going to be the final. It's going to be the finale coming up in 2 weeks, and boy, I have no clue, and I'm fucking in for it. Let's do it. Very excited about that.
Great.
And again, real quick, I don't have to put a lot on it, but Nick, you were right. Zootopia 2 was quite the entertaining movie,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of cool old movie references they put in there. If you caught them, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
very good. All right. Okay, well, Rolling Stone puts out these lists, greatest albums of all time. We talked about
Losers
that
put out
a little
lists
while
all the
ago.
time.
Yeah. They've come out now with the 500.
Hey, we do that.
Yeah. 500 greatest songs of all time.
Wow.
Let's read through them all right now. No, I'm kidding. So we're going
starting at 100. Starting at 100. This song topped the Billboard chart 1987.
Coming in at 498.
What do you think? How about the top 20? I'll give you the top 20 real quick, then we'll slow down for the top few. You can see if you can guess any of them here. So number 20, Robin. Robin is the artist, Dancing on My Own.
That's a great
Not
fucking
familiar.
song. I didn't know it would be that high, but it's a great fucking song.
It's interesting. Number 19, John Lennon, Imagine. Number 18, Prince and the Revolution, Purple Rain.
Sure.
Number 17, Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. Number 16, Beyonce featuring Jay-Z, Crazy in Love.
Sure.
Number 15, The Beatles, I Want to Hold Your Hand, classic.
Makes sense.
Number 14, The Kinks, Waterloo Sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Number 13, The Rolling Stones, Gimme Shelter. Okay. Number 12, Stevie Wonder, Superstition. Number 11, The Beach Boys, God Only Knows. Another great song.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 of all time, according to Rolling Stone. You want to give me any song that you think might be in the top 10? Just give
absolutely.
me.
We're staying on topic here. Thriller is absolutely, if it's not number one, it's certainly up there. One of my guesses would have been Bohemian Rhapsody, but you already said it, so I was surprised it was that low.
I'm gonna take a step.
Good.
Hold on. Do you want to answer Thriller, or do you want me to take a guess?
Take a guess first.
Okay. You know, I think it's overlooked, but I think as a complete song, American Pie by Don McLean.
Okay. Neither one of those are in the top 10.
What?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yep. Number 10, according to Rolling Stone, Outkast, Hey Ya.
Okay.
Oh, come on. And
number 9, I didn't make the list.
Fleetwood.
I mean, it's not even my favorite Outkast song, but it is their most commercially successful song.
Yeah. All right.
So yes. Okay.
Number 9, Fleetwood Mac, Dreams. Good song. Number 8, Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from the song and its impact, but like top 10, like I don't fucking think so. I really don't.
Yep.
I don't even think
it
top
is Brian's
50.
It is Brian's theme song, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Number 7, The Beatles, Strawberry Fields Forever.
Sure.
Okay.
Number 6, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On.
That's okay. Yep.
Yeah. I could live with that.
For sure.
Number 5, Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
I'd give you top 5 for that one for sure.
Sure.
Number 4, Bob Dylan, Like a Rolling Stone.
Okay. It's not my favorite of his, but all right.
Yeah. Number 3, Sam Cooke, A Change Is Gonna Come.
Okay.
Sam Cooke. Number 2, Public Enemy, Fight the Power.
Okay. I mean, great song. love that song, but like number 2 of all time.
All
Right.
time.
I
Yep.
don't.
Now, I mean, also, I'd like to understand a criteria for this.
Mhm.
Cultural relevance, what it
Yeah,
did for
Right? Are we? Yeah. What are
for
we looking
things. I
for?
mean,
Enacting change, or was it like? I mean,
right.
are we with a message? Is it? I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
I think it's a lot
So,
of different things like that. Yep.
Number
all
one.
right, number
Okay,
one.
so it's not
Number
Smells Like Teen
one.
Spirit.
No. By unknown artist, The Chicken Dance. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. It's my favorite song.
Yep.
I
Number one.
masturbated to it a lot.
Everybody knows that fucking song.
Yeah.
You kind of know what to do too.
Oh, I know what to do. Dean knows what to do.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do.
Spurt, spurt, spurt,
Right.
spurt.
Choking the chicken.
Number one, Aretha Franklin, Respect.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Again, I'll accept it. I don't agree with it, but
Right.
definitely should be in the top 5.
Yeah. There's the top.
Interesting.
You can find this list out there. You can look it up. It's on. You can find RollingStone.com. Find the list. There's probably playlists of it, I would guess.
Go ahead and mark this
out there as well.
Go ahead and mark this though. I think next week should be our top 5 songs of all time.
Okay.
Okay. I like that.
Yep.
We may have done something similar, but not in this new format. So I think in honor of this headline and this this article, I think we should do it.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep. Who stole the Kishka?
Oh, I don't want her. You can have her. She's too fat for me. Oh, a lot of polka in there.
Yeah, I would guess 3 of our top 5 would be polka songs. Just guessing.
Well, of course.
Just guessing of all
It'd
time.
be weird if it wasn't.
Especially in Northeast Ohio. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, we're going to debate the top of number 495 to 490 off camera, and then we're going to come back, take a drink, and we're going to come back with our main topic. And Nick's going to tell you all about that right after this.
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell 2 enemies.
Five, 4, 3.
Welcome back to episode 292 of Convincing Idiots. I'm Millennial Nick, alongside Gen X Brian and the Zennial Dean. We are joining you for our final segment tonight. Now, you guys probably have already gathered this information if you're watching on YouTube, certainly, but just by the looks of us, you can tell that we are three gentlemen who we've been in some bar fights. We have been in some scuffles, right? People look at us, they see a menacing figure, and they think, I can challenge that guy. So it's not that we're asking for it, it's just that we attract that kind of attention with our sheer masculinity. Which led us to the idea of the thought that if we, as podcasters, masculine podcasters, we're in a bar fight and we, do a podcast, including pop culture, let's stick this to athletes. We're going to pick, ladies and gentlemen, 3 athletes that we would want on our side in a bar fight. Okay? So, again, typical format, our Convincing Idiots official Mount Rushmore will have 5 gentlemen total. These are top people you would want as pro athletes who would be on your side in a bar fight. We will each bring 3 to the table, 3 submissions, and we will whittle them down to the ultimate 5 that belong on the Mount Rushmore. Dean?
Now, we did determine that we are excluding boxers and MMA fighters because it would be too easy.
Might be a cheat code.
Yes, I mean, you fight for a living, so of course I want you on my side. So, that is one of the rules for this is we're excluding MMA and boxers.
Right. We're not excluding them. That's correct. I'm joking.
Damn. Now that's the
No
only two.
boxers, no MMA, no Nigerian jiu-jitsu,
No
no
karate.
fucking, no karate, no. Yeah, okay.
If you fight for a living, you're out.
Right.
Professional wrestlers are allowed because they're not actually fighting.
I
don't actually
excluded
fight.
them. I excluded them, but I mean,
I know
it's
Dean
also,
likes to pretend they do, but they don't.
But again, it's also not technically a sport, so
yeah,
that's excluding them in general.
We won't exclude them.
That's
fine.
true. That's true. Okay.
Yeah. And again, these are the athletes in the prime of their playing condition. Yes. Certainly not whatever. But okay. Well, Dean, this was your idea. Why don't you start?
Okay. First of all, I'd like to go ahead and say that there was a slight misunderstanding in the text messages about this topic, and I did make a list with fighters on it. So real quick, we can all agree that number one for all of us would have been Mike Tyson, right?
Sure, I had Mike Tyson on the list. Yep.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was on the list.
Okay. So with that said, let's go forward here.
Yeah, he would have been unanimous, I'm sure.
It's rare that the honorary mention first is the first one out, but yes.
Right. I had to do it because he was the first immediate one that I thought of. Well, not the first one.
Mike Tyson has been officially disqualified.
Disqualified. All right. Number one on my list. This 40.
Just give us your list. 1, 2, 3.
I know. I was about to.
Okay. You said number one on my list. Just 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, number one on my list. Nolan Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Dickhead. Albert Bell.
That's a good one.
And because I couldn't put him on my list, or I didn't get a chance to put him on my list last week, Dick Butkus.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3.
Very good.
Who wants to go next? Let's have
go
Brian.
next because I'm sure Nick will have hockey guys. I'm sure. Yeah. I have.
He doesn't get to go next.
Miles Garrett, the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
Charles Haley, Nick, from the 49ers Cowboys.
Yep.
And I thought I might have an overlap here with Dean, and I do. Nolan Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My 3 here. I have Bob Probert, who is a hockey player. We have Dennis Rodman. And I also have Ty Domi, also hockey. So, all right. So give me, let's start here. You both have Nolan Ryan. I believe he is a baseball player.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, man. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me why a baseball player belongs on a fighting list, please. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's what I want to know.
I'm going to give you one opposite name to make this make sense. Robin Ventura. In the later stages of Nolan Ryan's career, Robin Ventura thought he'd charged the mound at the late 40-year-old Nolan Ryan. And Nolan Ryan...
Was he late 40s?
Late 40s by then, yep.
Really?
And I looked it up. Maybe 47 if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but he was up there.
Okay.
So as Robin Ventura rushes the mound, Nolan Ryan just immediately gets him in a headlock and just beats the shit out of this kid. I mean, Robin Ventura is not a small guy, and this old man just knocked the shit out of him. He played. He actually has the stat for the longest tenure in Major League Baseball history. He played the longest out of anybody ever. He had the most no-hitters. He has the most no-hitters at the advanced age that he was at. So something like that. Like he's the oldest no-hitter throwing pitcher. Just tough as nails, old country boy. Probably could have kicked the shit out of anybody else, even on his last game. Tough as old shoe leather, as JR used to say.
I think he finished that game with blood on his jersey or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
it wasn't his too.
Yeah, watch the video, Nick. I'm sure it's easily found. I'm sure, but he charges the mound. Actually, I think he just he didn't even fucking flinch. He just sort of stood there waiting for the kid to get to him.
Headlock, and it was a hockey thing.
It went on way too long.
Bam!
It was way too long.
Uppercuts.
It would never. Yeah. It was pretty intense. But yeah, you're right. He was just an intense dude. Just intense. One of the greatest pitchers of all time.
Yep.
Yeah, just like you said, the longevity, toughness. That scene alone is like, yeah. Give me. I'll take that guy on my side in a bar. Be calm and cool, probably chilling out. But if you fucking pissed him off, you probably would not want to be on his bad side.
He's the guy standing by the jukebox, just grabbing people, just one punch, knocking them out as they walk by. Just bam.
We're not done listening to Bob Seger songs. Step away from the jukebox, sir.
Like there's like the old like the movies. There's chairs flying, glass breaking, and he's just smoking a cigarette by the fucking jukebox.
Bringing a Budweiser.
Yep. And just drinking one and just knocking a guy out with the other. Yeah, that's Nolan Ryan, baby.
Yep. All right, good stuff.
Nick, what do you got? I'm gonna actually give me this Ty Domi. I've never heard of him.
Okay, Ty Domi is a all-time great with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he's not on my list because he's a Leaf and I'm a Leafs fan, but rather because he played in an era where being a Toronto Maple Leaf meant that you battled. Like, he was part of an iteration of the Toronto Maple Leafs that back in the 90s and early 2000s, the Toronto Maple Leafs were not the softer, skilled team that they are today. They were a bunch of fucking tough-nosed bruisers, like fucking bare knuckles, dude. Like, they had a couple guys. Ty was a goon. Ty could also put up some points. They put him, so in the 90s and 2000s, hockey was a little bit different. He often did play with their star captain, Matt Sundin, but he was out there to protect him first and foremost. Now, Matt's was a big guy. Matt's was like 6 foot something, 200 and some pounds, like big dude. But he was all hands and finesse, and he was their captain, and he was their leading scorer. Ty was out there to fuck you up. Ty was out there because he was fucking nuts. His eyes, when he was not fighting, like just dead. Like there's nobody back there. But the second somebody thought to do something stupid, that's when Ty came alive. Something fucking snapped, and he went. Ty Domi, I don't know if you guys have ever seen on like YouTube or seen on any Sportsnet clips or Sports Center clips of a player fighting a fan. That was Ty Domi. He was in the penalty box in a game in Philadelphia, and one of the Flyers fans was chirping him, and he was. In the penalty box, you are encased in glass and, protected. But at a certain point, the glass only goes up so high. So one of the Flyers fans was chirping him and stuff like that. And he started leaning. The Flyers fan was leaning over the glass and getting in Ty Domi's kitchen and giving him the business and saying this and that. So Ty squirts some water kind of up at him, and then the guy jumps the glass and tries to grab a hold of him. Ty grabs him by the back of the coat, pulls him into the penalty box, and starts beating the shit out of him.
That's awesome.
It's just fucking like it was kind of like, I think the only reason it wasn't more of an assault charge or something is like the glass kind of gave way, but he basically pulled him into the penalty box and started beating the shit out of him. Ty Domi, not a big guy, short. Probably, honestly, he's probably about my size, maybe a little taller, 5'8", 5'9", not a big guy. To this day, his son currently plays for the Toronto Maple Leafs, which is really cool because his son kind of mirrors what he was doing. His son typically plays with Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews, big guy, 6 foot tall, a couple 100 pounds, can totally handle his own shit. But he's there to score, be the captain, and do those type of things. And his son, Ty Domi, typically plays with him, and he's there to kind of enforce a little bit. Like I said, hockey's a lot different than it used to be. There's not as many. The day of the enforcer has kind of fallen by the wayside, but Max's old man Ty Domi was the precedent for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Ty Domi was a primary adversary of one of the other greats that I have on my list as well. They had some legendary bouts.
So Ty Domi, I just looked him up. He looks like if Hollywood was going to cast a goon from the 90s, a hockey goon from the 90s. He
Yeah.
looks like that. Like he just looks like a. If you told me that guy was a serial killer,
Yeah.
I'd believe you.
Well, to this day, as I mentioned, his son currently plays for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he, is a fan favorite, obviously, for what he did for the Leafs. He is at many Leafs games, and he sits right down in the seats with the, right. He's not in a box or anything like that, but he just sits there, like dead-eyed, with his kind of hand over his mouth like that, and just watches the whole game. People try to talk to him. He's just, it's unsettling. Like it's there's something not
Looks like
right
it.
about the man. I'm sure he's a wonderful human being, but when
Even
he
his
is around the game
smile,
of hockey,
he's weird looking.
he is unsettling. Yeah.
Like his smile looks like he just probably fucked your mom and she
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Yeah, but Ty Domi is a guy you would definitely want in a bar fight because, like you guys said, I don't think he's somebody that's out there typically looking for trouble, but the second somebody does something, he's fucking going.
Maybe trouble looking for you. All right, I like this.
Okay,
Ryan?
Brian, who you got?
I'm going to give you Charles Haley.
Mm-hmm.
Has some of the most Super Bowl wins of any player in history
So
between
this
the
isn't the guy
49ers.
who wrote Roots.
No,
Oh, okay.
no. Between the 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. He played with the 49ers for a few years and great player, but just literally kind of nuts.
Key acquisition for the Cowboys.
Yes. So the 49ers got rid of him. He was problematic. I mean, he was something where he admits this today. I mean, he's really worked at, he's had to get some help and this and that. But back then, he played angry. He just had behavioral issues, whatever. And then he left the 49ers, and the Cowboys got him. And when he played the 49ers especially, he just relished in going after those guys and going after Steve Young and everything. Again, he just played with a super high level of intensity and anger. He took the Dallas Cowboys defense that was pretty good at the time, and when he came over there, it just took them to just an entirely different level in attitude and feel and everything like that. So, and he just had that old school look. He still had one of those like neck collar things, I'm talking about, like the lineman had, you know what I'm saying? You don't see those things anymore. Just a dude that's like, you don't want to fuck with that dude.
He looked like a monster with his pads on and that neck collar, and he was a tall fucking dude, just a big human. Like he looked like a fucking monster. Like I mean, just there was something about like his size and the equipment he wore meshed together. He was. If you were watching the game from the nosebleed, I mean, not that I ever saw Charles Haley from that, but like every time you see one, if you see a panned out version of a football game, you can pick him out immediately, regardless of position. Just the way his size, his stature, the way he walked, he had a mannerisms and a whole everything about him all of his own. And he was like, I mean, just a complete fucking loose cannon. Like you said, he played the game with such hatred and anger. Like he was just a mad fucking dude out there.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys needed him to achieve what they did.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. Hall of Famer. He got in the Hall of Fame. And when you talk to him, he sort of had a Mike Tyson-esque voice, kind of.
Yeah.
That sort of demeanor
his
about
speech
him.
impediment. Yep.
Just that kind of the lighter voice and all that stuff. Like if you talk to him on the phone, you wouldn't picture probably that he looked like that. But man, just an intense dude. Loved him. When they had him, man, yeah.
Yeah,
Great
I
player.
like during the Cowboys documentary on Netflix when they discuss when he kind of just had it. Things weren't going their way for the season, and he got pissed off and he threw his helmet down and he was like, "Fuck this, you guys!" He's like, "This not," and he just stopped showing up to stuff. And Jerry Jones personally, by himself, without bodyguards or anything, showed up to his front door and was like, came into his house and was like, "We need you. Like, I need you to win," and all this stuff, and how much that meant to him. So he had that kind of humanity to him to where to feel needed, to feel important, that meant a lot to him. And also I remember him recalling that he goes, Jerry Jones is this little white guy. He goes, I could have you know what I mean? I could have snapped and I could have killed him on the spot, you know. And the courage that he showed coming to my front door and talking to me when we had it out like we did, you know, spoke volumes to him. So he was definitely a loyal guy. And that's somebody you want in a bar fight too. That guy was, you know, he had loyalty went a long way with him. The guy was nothing short of a psychopath. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus, if he wore his Super Bowl rings, he would have across all fingers. So you wouldn't want that either.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
All right, Charles Haley. Definitely want him on my
Charles Haley.
side in a bar fight. That's for sure.
Now,
Okay.
Dean, I am familiar with, and as a young kid, I was not around baseball a lot, but growing up in this area, I was a fan of one Albert Bell, just based off of what little. So, give me your Albert Bell argument right now.
Okay.
I want to hear some Albert Bell.
Albert Bell, born Joey Bell. Changed his name because he wanted a stronger name, I guess. And at one point, shortly after he changed his name, he was being taunted by a fan in the stands that kept calling him Joey Bell, and he told him to stop. His name's Albert Bell now, and so Albert proceeds to throw the ball and hit the guy in the chest, the fan in the chest with the ball. And that's the beginning of this. That's where we start.
If this is the biopic of Albert Bell, this is the opening scene before the credits start.
Right,
man.
And it just, I mean, the look of him, like the facial expressions, and he backed it up. I mean, he's chucking out, who was it? I can't remember. I think it was the Detroit, where he runs over the guy in second.
He gives the elbow.
Yeah, because he wouldn't slide or whatever, something like that, and he just fucking bashes him. And there's another scene. I think when he went after the Cleveland Indians, he went to the Chicago White Sox, and he was at bat, and the pitcher hit him, and he wouldn't take the base. He just wanted to keep batting. He's like, no, I don't need the base. They finally made him like, the rules are the rules. You have to take the base. But he was adamant. He's like, nope. He didn't even flinch. It hit him, and he's like, "Nope, let's go."
That's amazing.
There was some incident, Dean, I think in Cleveland, where he was chasing trick-or-treaters on his property on a golf cart because they did something that ticked him off, and he was like chasing kids down with a golf cart.
So this wasn't just on the field. Like, this madman was out of control. He was an amazing hitter. His hitting's off the. I mean, let's face it, he should be in the Hall of Fame. Why he's not? Him and Kenny Lofton is a travesty in baseball. I'm gonna put that out there. But he was not only a menace physically to the players, but like mentally, like to stand across from him, it had to have been just scary as shit.
Yeah, he was intense.
If he's on first and you're on second, like if you're the second baseman, to know he's running at you at full speed, I mean, just it's wild. The fear that this man brought into players and backed it up by all of these antics, and I'm sure there's more that I'm not even getting to.
The cork bat thing, the cork bat when they caught him with a cork bat, and
do you know that story?
Well, was somebody called across the ceiling to get it, or
was
whatever?
One of the pitchers. I think one of the pitchers, because they went and they took the cork bat in that game, in the middle of the game, and they put it in the umpire's room, locked the door, continued the game. They'll deal with it afterwards. One of the pitchers, Cleveland Indians pitchers, climbed up through the ductwork, like fucking Mission Impossible, climbed through, lowered down, and stole the bat, so they never got to test it to see if it was cork because they stole it.
That's a good teammate. That's a real teammate.
A following game or something, whatever it was,
he hit a
home run, and then he's just like pointing, like there's your cork right there, Yeah. Oh man, that guy was. But that look again, you see the videos. You can look them up too, Nick. Just the videos of him,
just wild.
And when Cleveland, if they were down 2 runs or 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth, there was a guy on base and Albert Bell was coming up. You felt like there was a chance, a high probability you had a chance to win that game. Still with just one big hit from him. Yeah, that dude was a nut.
Now,
But it was
So
so fun
this
to have him on the Indians at the time. So
oh,
much fun.
absolutely. Now
this may
there's
be my my toxic trait is that I've got a lot of time for people like Albert Bell and Charles Haley, guys who, if they were not so gifted athletically, would probably be in jail. Got a lot of
That's not
time for
even a
guys like
doubt.
that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, like
Yeah.
I've seen him on like the old Sports Time Ohio used to have this show for golfing, where they I think it was Tony Rizzo would go out with these players golfing, and he was like, I guess he's an avid golfer now, and just soft spoken now, very calm, older
I
gentleman,
would say that goes
very
one of
cool to
two
watch.
ways. You're either Happy Gilmore or like you're like, this
No,
is
he's
my gig now. Yeah.
no, he's very chill, very cool.
Mhm.
But in the day, you put Albert Bell next to me, because when I thought of this topic originally, he was the reason.
Yeah. That's a
Because
good one.
I was having a conversation with Carter, telling him about Albert Bell and all of
Mhm.
this stuff. So yeah, Albert Bell very first on my list.
Yeah. Good one.
I had one of those McDonald's had a series of like Cleveland baseballs that were, like whatever. They were not they were like auto penned, right? They weren't like obviously autographed by the actual players, but I had an Albert Bell one, so I was like, Albert Bell's my guy. And yeah, he was just a
Absolutely.
fucking psycho.
Yeah.
I have Bob Probert on my list here. He was a Detroit
Uh-huh.
Red Wing. You know who else was? Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
He's not on my bar fight list, but Gordie
Okay.
Howe. No.
Yeah.
I do have Bob Probert, and I'll just roll right into that since we're on the topic of hockey with me and Ty Domi. Ty Domi was the nemesis of one Bob Probert. Bob Probert, his resume speaks for himself. I know you guys probably are not super familiar. Detroit Red Wings great. He is widely considered the greatest enforcer of all time. He was the toughest, baddest dude that there. I mean, like so he played from 1985 to 2002, so quite the long career. Certainly existed all throughout the heyday of enforcers and when hockey was at its height for its violence and for fighting and integrity too. The thing to bring up about enforcers in hockey is that it wasn't just there to be violent necessarily for the sake of violence. It was there, they were typically there they were policing the ice. If somebody threw a cheap shot that didn't get called and the refs didn't handle it, those guys were there to make sure that the guy who did it feared for their lives the next time they thought about doing it again. And that is essentially what they were, what their purpose was. So a lot of these guys, I mean, it's a bit of a tragic tale for a lot of them. I mean, a lot of these guys recount these stories of, feeling that, nervous before games and knowing what they would have to go out there and do and, having to psych themselves up. And that's 82 games a season, because back then fights happened every single night. So, but Bob Probert was a part of many legendary scuffles throughout the years. I would just, my best advice to you would be to like go to YouTube and look up like a fight reel of his because he was a fucking menace. And one of the scariest things about Bob Probert, probably not only to his opponents, but maybe to himself, he was fueled by cocaine. I mean, he was just,
Sure.
I mean, the guy he had some issues. And at that time, it certainly wasn't common knowledge, but he, in later years, he eventually passed away in 2010, tragically, but he struggled with drug abuse issues. So, but that was not uncommon for players through the 80s and 90s to be using maybe some enhancers that weren't necessarily steroids, but rather, a lot of people had drinking problems and a lot of people, I
Flintstone
mean,
vitamins.
cocaine will get you right up in there and ready to go. So, I mean, to psych yourself up, to give yourself the energy and to do that night after night. So that's the dark side of it. But all the same, man, Bob Probert was just a fucking absolute powerhouse. And like I said, almost any list you look up for NHL enforcers of all time, he's always top three. And he was a lot of great part of a lot of great rivalries between the Detroit Red Wings and the Colorado Avalanche. There were some, I think it was there was what do they call it, bloody or massacre at the. There was a massacre at the Joe or something like that. I mean, it was just bench clearing brawls, and it all started with Bob Probert and centered around him to where that guy, he would take on 2 to 3 guys at a time. He'd be having a couple guys in one fist and feeding somebody, rights with the other. I mean, he was an absolute fucking beast. So, like I said, kind of hard to explain in great detail other than just his body of work over the years. He didn't lose very often. As much as he fought, he rarely lost. So yeah, Bob Probert, Proby.
All right.
All right. Last one I got is Myles Garrett, Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
Big dude.
Defensive Player of the Year last year, all-time sack holder now, quarterback sack holder as of last season. He always seems like a very nice dude, very calm, but a dude that looks like you would not want to fuck with him. I mean, I don't know that I've seen as big a dude in that shape, maybe ever in any football period. I mean, just a huge mammoth of a dude, but again, always a nice guy, but just plays intense, and just again does not seem to be a guy
when you have the mentality to beat the other player with his own helmet.
Yes,
that's the guy I want on my team.
That's
the
exactly
guy I
right.
want next to me.
Yeah,
when he has the mentality to pull the guy's helmet off and hit him with it repeatedly.
Yeah,
which he did. Nick, I don't know if you saw that game.
Yeah, Rudolph. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Rudolph. Allegedly,
he got suspended for that.
He shouldn't have.
He sure did. He sure did.
Yep.
But that's the guy I want beside me. I agree.
Yeah.
Brian, on this
dude's
one.
built like a fucking tank, man. Like,
it's just
like you said,
unbelievable.
Not only is he big, but he's like cut, and typically a guy that size is not as. I mean, the guy's just completely yoked. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but to have that switch in you, to be that size and to be that gentle-hearted. I mean, for the charities that he does. I remember when he first came to Cleveland. I think maybe a week before, it was just before the season started, and he just put out on Twitter or Facebook or something, "Hey, I'm going to take my dog to the dog park. Anybody want to join me?" And he had all these fans show up, and he just went. It wasn't a scheduled event. It wasn't a scheduled anything with the Cleveland Browns. He just went to the dog park and met all these fans that came with their dogs to meet him and stuff. I mean, anybody who's willing to do that for the fans and dog lover and all that, and then to turn around and beat some guy with his helmet and just destroy these quarterbacks on a weekly basis. That's wild. I love it.
Yeah.
Every Halloween, he's known for his displays at his house in Cleveland, where he lives. He always has a display out there.
Stuff like that.
He does not chase kids off his lawn with a golf cart.
No, he doesn't do that. But he has like a graveyard where he has like headstones of quarterbacks that he sacked and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Yep. All right. Is that everybody?
I've got one more.
I got
Dean
one more.
might. I would say Dean's got one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. 1970. Sports Illustrated.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Called Dick Butkus the most feared man in the game. Not only does he have one of the coolest names, but that's probably, if you think about it, that's probably where it stems, mentally and emotionally for a child to have a name like Dick Butkus.
Right. You have to fight people.
You're a boy named Sue at that point.
Yeah.
You're going to have to fight to survive. And he did. And he made it a career and a Hall of Fame career, elected in the Hall of Fame in 1983. Dick Butkus was, he was a beast and a natural disaster in his own right. And also in his prime, a mammoth of a man.
Yeah.
I mean, and also one of those guys that, a lot of us, me included, didn't see his heyday, right? We didn't see him as playing day. We remember him as an actor. He did all those small roles TV and stuff, and he was good too, right? I mean, he was funny and charming, but on the field, from everything I've read, and again, I chose his name last week because he was going to be one of the dicks that I chose, because it's a great name. But I did a lot more research into him, and I'm like, fuck, this dude was a menace to the NFL. So yeah, Dick Butkus definitely deserves to be by my side on that. Actually, let me reverse that. It would be my honor to be out next to him in this bar fight.
Yeah. You picture, like, if someone says, picture like 10 football players, he might be one you think of, especially if you grew up in that era that we grew up with. Like, we probably saw him on NFL films a ton and different things like
absolutely.
that in our time, Dean. But
he's the guy with the who would be lined up and in those films snorting with the steam coming out of his nose like a bull, and then just wrecking shop.
Yeah.
And when you said imagine 10 players, I thought you meant like 10 players would equal him.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
if you think of 10
that-
players and one person, it's Dick
that's
Butkus.
Dick Butkus.
Yeah.
Yep. Angry dude. Played angry. That's for sure.
Played angry, and hell of a career doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Nick,
your last one.
My last one. As much as I am a hockey fan and have hockey players on my list, the first person that came to my mind when we discussed this was a basketball player, and it's none other than one of my favorites of all time, certainly my favorite through childhood, the Worm, Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, mentally unwell gentleman, certainly in his playing days. I like to think he's in a better place now, but maybe only slightly. But he was, man, when he was in his prime.
But I know he's not.
And when he was in his prime, fuck, man, Dennis Rodman was the ultimate shithead. Like that guy certainly had addiction issues with alcohol, with, I believe, drugs, definitely with women, gambling, like you name it. Dennis Rodman had issues, and I've watched many things on Dennis Rodman and recounts of his, background and how he grew up and kind of wanting to belong to something. But ultimately, Dennis Rodman was an individual that had many flaws and emotionally, I think, was lost in many ways. And when he found a place on a team, he went all fucking out, and sometimes even beyond. Dennis Rodman is the one that, yes, he's an ultimate rebounder. So he'd be down in the paint fighting for loose balls. He would absolutely sacrifice his body to keep a ball inbounds.
You do that
He would
occasionally, right? Fight for loose balls?
absolutely. He'd also be willing to punch a cameraman in the head. He'd be willing to kick Patrick Ewing in the back of the head. He was. The play didn't stop when the whistle blew. Like, that guy fucking kept going all the time.
I watched him take a chair and hit Diamond Dallas Page in the back. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But I mean, the guy had a screw loose in the best possible way for a competitive sport. Granted, did he get penalized a lot? Did he get in trouble for a lot of the things he did? Absolutely. But what he did even greater than that was plant the seed of doubt and fear into his opponent's minds, because he truly was. I'm not being facetious or trying to, over dramatize what he did. I think people were kind of afraid of him because they didn't know what the fuck he was going to do. Nothing was, no pun intended, nothing was out of bounds for him. So that was just kind of the player he was, and he was never afraid to, shove somebody or throw a punch at somebody. I mean, he didn't give a fuck. Like, so Dennis Rodman was just kind of that right amount of psycho that, like, I was just like, that's the kind of guy that I would want there with me, because there again, he's got the loyalty aspect. He was super loyal, but man, the second it was no holds barred, like gloves off. As soon as anything started, Dennis Rodman was full bore, full steam ahead.
Yeah. Agree. Good list. All right, guys. I think we've made a case for every guy on our list. Anybody you want to second anybody's pick?
I've got a couple. I've got one for each of you that I'm a fan of. Absolutely.
Okay.
So Charles Haley, first and foremost. I, as a Cowboys fan and knowing a lot about his story and being familiar with his game and how he played, Charles Haley was one that absolutely jumped out to me. One that I was like, I should have thought of him, but did not. But yeah, Charles Haley, not only the size and stature of him, but again, I'm looking for the right amount of size is helpful, but not necessary.
Not necessary.
In my opinion. Definitely, I want somebody who maybe has a loyalty thing that they feel loyal to somebody, and that ultimately is a psycho. I want a psycho, but only goes to psycho like
when needed.
When needed. So Charles Haley, I feel like would be a good one for that. And then secondarily, Dean's was my other Albert Bell. Like I said, I always I always had kind of like a liking for Albert Bell, kind of from a slightly more removed, or not slightly, but a much more removed place. But when I'm hearing him about like chasing kids, or off his lawn with a golf, it's somehow, again, as if that's my neighbor, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, I don't like you. But for this list, and if I'm in a bar and shit goes down, I want that guy. That guy doesn't give a fuck. That guy's scary, and I need a scary guy.
That guy's going to go out of his way to break your fucking femur.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I want
those are two for each one for each of you that I would second either one of those for sure.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna second. I don't know. There's something about that Ty Domi. Seeing him, he looks like a psycho. He looks like he just fit the role in life, and with not actually seeing what he did and just going by what Nick says, and then seeing his picture, Ty Domi looks like he. Nick, you would understand this. He looks like the evil fucking version of Lance Storm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep, I get that.
And, and he's going to like bite off your fucking bottom lip.
Yeah. Yeah.
With no expression, just bite your bottom lip and just walk away with the blood dripping down.
Yeah. And I don't know if we cover, I think I did mention it, but Ty Domi's not a big guy. So there's almost something about that like that guy was ready to tangle with anybody and happy to. And it's like almost like probably growing up and all through the ranks of hockey, he was always probably the smallest guy on his team. Sure. So it was like he had to prove himself. It's almost like that prison mentality. You pick out the strongest guy the first day, beat the shit out of him, and make him your bitch kind of thing. Like that was kind of his... he was small, so he didn't have that physical, towering presence, but people were afraid of him, absolutely, because he was just that crazy.
I don't know him, but I'm going to give you that guy, to the way you're describing him. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to put Ty Domi first one. Okay.
Ty Domi. All right.
And my second, Myles Garrett, obviously. I mean, that dude is just scary to... Could you imagine being a quarterback watching that guy run at you full speed and just knowing there's nothing you can do but die?
Yeah, you're just about to get murdered, but die.
Right? You're like, oh, here it is. Yeah. I can try to pitter patter all around and try to run away, but no, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
and is there something else?
Garrett.
My other thing with him, then the only reason I would veto Myles Garrett was that, like, I'm like, well, but I think he's just too nice of a guy, and he doesn't have that psycho factor. Maybe yes, he can probably snap in instances,
but he's got the loyalty.
But then I was gonna say, is it even scarier the fact that he's that menacing when he's nice, but like that's not even like who knows what happens next?
How many serial killers they interview the neighbors and they're like, oh, he was the nicest guy in the world.
When he pulled that guy's helmet, pull a helmet off a head.
Yes,
that's not easy to do. Isn't that what he did? Did he grab the? Did he grab the guy? Did he pull the helmet off the guy's head?
Yep,
and it hit him with
strength repeatedly. Like it's not even like he hit him.
No, he hit him a couple times. Miles Rudolph.
It's not like
was his name.
It wasn't one of those. He just beat the guy with it.
And not for nothing. Let's not act like it doesn't matter. If you're a Browns fan, it was against a Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So it's like it's extra. It's not like he did it against the fucking Denver Broncos or the fuck. I mean, it was literally like, it was against your rivals, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So Myles Garrett standing next to me, he has a wooden chair just beating other guys as they walk by with that. So
Yeah.
I'm seconding Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
All right.
I could give you Miles Garrett. I'll give you Miles Garrett. You guys
Okay.
convinced me because at first I was like, I get where you're coming from, but I don't know that I'd give it to him because of like I said, I think he ultimately, and I do, I think he's a really nice guy, and I don't think he wants to go. If you were in a bar fight, he would probably be the guy that would try to defuse the situation. He probably would. And
Yeah,
built the way he is, he could easily succumb to just being like, you know what, fuck you, this is over. But I respect that too. I respect that of being like, let's chill out because let's face it, look at me, look at you. I'm going to end you. So why don't we try to, calmer heads prevail here. Let's preserve you and your face.
It's kind of like the idea of what I was talking about in Nolan Ryan. Standing back, just kind of chilling, smoking a cigarette, drinking a Budweiser, and just, you see that guy in the corner like, I don't know, but watch that guy during the fight. He's going to do something. And he just fucking ravishes anybody comes close to him.
Yeah.
Cigarette hanging out of his mouth, drinking Budweiser on draft, and just punching, knocking people out. That's how I picture Nolan Ryan on a Friday night.
Now, just out of curiosity, do any of our gentlemen that are on this list have a history of being in an actual bar fight?
I don't
Have they ever
know.
been? Because I wanted to say that had happened to Dennis Rodman, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that he'd been in trouble for things, and I thought maybe Albert Bell might be in contention for that too, but I wasn't sure.
That's very possible.
Dennis Rodman, to me, if you would, you need that insanity.
Yeah.
For the guy next to you in that bar fight, you need that unpredictability. He's not a bulky, strong man. He's a tall, lanky guy. But I'm sure if you saw him in person, you'd be like, oh, it's a big dude.
Yeah.
But just from what we've seen on him and compared to everybody he'd stand next to, he's a taller, slenderer man. But with the intensity and unpredictability, he might bite a motherfucker's dick off. I don't know. He might fight the guy down and literally bite his pinky toe off just for the fun. I don't know. It's unpredictable. So Dennis Rodman, with all his mental instability, I'd be okay with him on my team.
Yeah, I'll give you Dennis Rodman. I'll give you Dennis Rodman.
All right.
I mean, if you heard that story, either one of those scenarios, and just Dennis Rodman was somewhere and he bit a guy's dick off, you'd be like,
yep, makes sense.
I understand that. I can understand.
I remember watching
ever.
The 30 for 30 on Dennis Rodman. Many players recounted how much he would drink on a regular, but they were like, we'd be out at a club and like. He'd be the first guy in the gym, and like nothing ever happened. He had to be hungover as shit, but he's lifting more than anybody else. He's working harder. He's sweating it out. And I'm like, and not so much anymore, but in my younger days, I have been up late and drinking, and then tried to maintain a workout regimen and tried to go lift weights. And you imagine the way your head pounds when you're hungover and trying to Again, he was younger then too, but I'm like, these are pro athletes at the prime of their physical lives, and these guys are like, we're all out there drinking with him till 3 a.m. He's the last one to leave the bar, and he's the first one in the gym, and that always. I'm like, that something like there's a mental disconnect you're doing in your own brain where you can separate your pain from what you have to do, and that's something.
That's what you need. All right. We have two more places.
I'll give you Albert Bell. I actually talked about Albert Bell when I was talking to Allie about my list, and I didn't put him on my list. All the things you said, they've talked about before. Just super intense dude. He'd be a guy you sit and having a beer with. You would be watching if he would just kind of punch you in the face for no reason.
Yeah, he's your friend that goes, I'm going to keep my eye out.
Yeah.
He's a scary one.
Yeah, for sure.
But if he's on your side, I mean,
you're less likely to get more than one punch in the face. Maybe one punch in the face if he's on your side. But if he's not on your side, you're probably going to get more than that.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep, Albert Bell, love it.
All right.
We got one spot left. So who do we got? We got Nolan Ryan. We've got Bob
Charles Haley.
Probert. We've got Charles Haley's not on there yet? Okay.
Nope.
And then, is that it?
You know what?
Yeah, because we put okay, so yeah.
So I really think it comes down to, I mean, I like Dick Butkus being on there, but I think
Dick Butkus, that's right.
I think this really comes down to Charles Haley and Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
Now, I am almost thinking about it now. I'm almost leaning towards Charles Haley over Nolan Ryan, only for the simple fact that all of these Nolan Ryan scenarios I have in my head are based on one fight and just the longevity of his and toughness he showed playing baseball, which does take a lot of toughness.
Yeah,
correct.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't stomping motherfuckers like Charles Haley was, according to you guys. You know, he wasn't, physically manhandling guys on a regular basis every week.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I like the story about Jerry Jones going talking to him and stuff, and that shows the humanity that you also need with the guy on your side, knowing that it's not just a wild like Dennis Rodman or Albert Bell can turn around and punch you in the face just because you're close and I'm still punching. Right. Charles Haley
done punching yet, and here you are.
Right. Yeah. Charles Haley, at least in these stories, can show a little decorum and humanity and understanding. So I'm gonna second Charles Haley on this for this last one.
All right.
Well, yeah, list. I had Charles Haley too, so absolutely do it.
All right. This actually might be the first time we've done one of these list guys where where two of us had somebody on the list that didn't make the ultimate list.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's yep.
So
that's called a convincing, Dean.
That's right. That's right. So our top 5 list of ultimate sports bar fight on our team, we have Ty Domi, Myles Garrett, Dennis Rodman, Albert Bell, and Charles Haley.
It's a good list.
It is.
I feel real safe in that bar.
Yeah.
You walk into that bar.
I know you guys, like I said, a lot of the hockey guys. Look, if you get time, you get bored or whatever, look up both Ty Domi and Bob Probert. Like, yeah, there's plenty of YouTube videos of them, all their compilations of all their fights. So yeah, go check them out.
Good. Did you have any honorable mentions? Not to go into detail, just names.
Well, we'd already talked about guys that we disqualified. So certainly, like Mike Tyson was one that I had on the list because I feel like that's a cheat code. Everybody, I mean he had, because not only he had everything, he was also a psycho and a trained fighter. That's like having a trained attack dog that also is like a fighting dog. You know what I mean? Or I don't know. Like it's like a
that's like if Jeffrey Dahmer was also a goddamn sous chef.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it like I said, it's a cheat code. He was absolutely just a machine, and in his prime, fucking forget it.
Yep. The other person I had on my honorable mention, because I had the other one on my list, fighter. You can't disqualify him because he wasn't just a pro wrestler, but Brock Lesnar.
Sure.
To watch that man, like how he went just the gorilla punches, double fist and just drilling people, like what he could do. I just saw a video the other day of him on just doing practice wrestling for NCAA, and he was a bully, like he was a dickhead, like he would just manhandle these what would have been heavyweights anywhere else in the NCAA world, but he was just so much bigger than them. He'd get them down and just wreck them. And just Brock Lesnar.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you
definitely who I'd have there.
I'll give you a pro wrestler honorable mention for you that would have been great in a bar fight, because he certainly he had absolutely no remorse, no mercy, screw looses to boot. Chris Benoit. I mean, fucking. Sorry, that's a bad joke.
I mean,
It's a horrible, actually, joke.
Well, you remember Haku?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker in a bar fight actually bit a dude's nose off.
Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he
Man.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
That's
Damn.
a famous story there.
A lot of pro wrestling. Actually, I know we joked off the top, but a lot of pro wrestlers would be good. Not only, but like they had mental illnesses too, and like would I
Correct.
mean they were built. So yes, they may have in their field they may have not have been actually competing for something necessarily, but
They're
they
taking
were certainly
beatings nonetheless.
physically they
Yeah.
had the prowess to do something to somebody, and above all of these people may have been the most unwell, so mentally
And
to
could be
where I
probably
mean they
very
could have
inventive while
for
doing
sure, for sure.
Sure.
So
So
All right.
I look forward to our pro wrestling bar fight.
Let's do that. I had Dick Buckus, by the way, Charles Barkley, Draymond Green, and
yeah,
There you go. Yep.
There's
one
a
of
good
the
one.
craziest football players ever, Lyle Alzado.
Ooh. Yep.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cleveland and Denver and the Raiders. Crazy
Yep.
dude.
The
Crazy dude.
Raiders.
Yeah. May or may not have had Coke on the field. I don't know, but yeah, crazy dude. Crazy dude. All right, guys.
We did it.
We have done it.
We got out of the bar
Yet
safe.
again. Yet again.
Yep.
Well, there's nothing left to do, but Nick, why don't you take us home?
All right. Well, if you've not already done so, please feel free to go and find us and interact with us on all of your favorite social media accounts. You can find links to them by going to Google and typing in Convincing Idiots Linktree. That's LINKTREE. You can also find that information and even more on our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. For episode 292 of Convincing Idiots, I have been Millennial Nick.
The Zennial Dean.
Gen X Brian.
Have we convinced you that any one of our submissions this evening belong in your corner in a bar fight, as long as it's not one of the three of us?
Hey, did you like that video? You know you did, and we know you did. So stop screwing around and go like that video, subscribe to our channel, and join us for some more.
Ham grape.
That's good.
I get a signed ball from Omar Vizquel.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Met him.
There you
Shook
go.
his hand.
Oh,
Very
nice.
good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we get time for
His record after it was not the best, but good player though.
No. Quick, do we have time for a quick little story?
Does this have everything to do with bar fighting?
No.
Okay.
No, but it's how I met Omar Vizquel. All right, I'll give you the basics of it. Since Brian's sweating here because this is we got time like we're on fucking NBC.
So, off topic.
Yeah, no shit, right? So, anyways, the school I was in high school, freshman, sophomore year, and they're selling stuff. You know, I'd bring it home, put it on the desk, whatever it was. My mom took it to work and sold all of it. So I won. I got to go meet Omar Vizquel. Well, who else am I going to take? I'm going to take my dad, right? Huge baseball fan. Him and I go to somewhere up Cleveland, this high school in Cleveland, and I'm like, oh, that I don't know what to expect. This is going to be cool. And we walk into the gymnasium, and it's me, high school kid, with all these elementary school kids who won this. Also, I'm the only teenager in this thing, and so and all of them brought their parents too, right? And now we get to go like line up on the stage and shake hands, take the picture, and all of these parents are taking pictures and hey Billy, hey Tommy, all that. And I'm embarrassed. I don't want to do this because I'm here with. I'm like Billy Madison. All of these tiny little kids around me, and I'm just this stupid gawky teenage kid. And as I get up there, my dad. He was on the show. He starts screaming at the top of his lungs. Stands up, starts screaming my name, waving like this. To get my attention and to embarrass the shit out of me. I have the picture of, not only was I taller than all of the elementary school kids, but I also towered over Omar Vizquel, and I'm 5'8". So, yeah. Don Harvey embarrassing the hell out of me and enjoying every minute of it.
Very good.
So, yeah.
It was a coloring contest too, Nick. Got in there.
I'm outside the lines, baby.
Mm-hmm. And then, so like Albert Bell was there also, or I'm confused. How does it tie in?
Eat shit.
They're on the same team. That was it.
They were. But you said you got the ball.
Have you ever thought back on it and been like, did Omar Vizquel think I was challenged? Like, why did he think I was there that day with all those small children? He probably thought you were either a Make-A-Wish kid or you were, something was, hey, fella, hey.
Sorry,
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I met Omar Vizquel. He thought I had something wrong with me. Yeah.
You're almost as smart as these other kids here.
He tousled my little hair. Oh, good for you. Look how brave this one is.
All right. Nick, you have a Gordie Howe story or something? Or
I have Bob Probert on my list here. He was a Detroit Red Wing. You know who else was? Gordie Howe. Yeah. He's not on my bar fight list, but Gordie Howe.
Oh, wait.